maybe the microphones will do it correctly this time. What's up, y'all? It's Yappin' with Yannii.
Take me where the wild things are.
Episode 2. We're gonna do our makeup. I'm really behind on content, and I'm gonna attempt to get as many videos done as possible. I kind of wanted to start off by talking about change, because this year has changed significantly for me, and we only halfway through the year, dog.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa!
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
Okay, so one thing that I do find is that you'll know when it's time to move on. I thought this spins. It doesn't. You'll know when it's time to move on, right? When it's time for change. Because, in my opinion, how I think about it is like how, like, reptiles
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
are, like, know when it's time to shed their skin. Not to say that we're lizard people, but to specifically be like, it feels constricting. Like, you start to feel really stuck and stagnant. Lord knows how long stagnation will last for, because it's not always like, oh, you start to feel that you're hitting a wall and almost instantaneously you're like, well, it's time to change. Like, no, you've done built yourself a nice little routine. Like, this is part of your life now. The longing for change, while not having, I guess, the resources yet, is like the most constricting feeling in the world. Sit there and think about like a video game, right? You have the money to pay for this thing, like this level up or whatever the hell, but you're not the correct level to be able to get it. Like, you gotta be level 50 to get it, and you're only level like 48, but you have the money. Just as soon as you hit the level, you can buy the shit. That's what it feels like, in my opinion. I'm going to only talk about my experience, because when you get to generalizing too bad, makes the girls want to tussle. I feel like my priorities have significantly changed. I've lost a lot this year, and I feel like when you start to go through a season of loss, especially with like family members and stuff like that, that's when the spirit starts to, I guess, lock in. I don't have any other words for that, if I'm being completely honest.
What?
Yeah, that was gonna piss me off if I didn't fix that. Fuck no. Before y'all ask, yes, I'm putting them underneath my goddamn eyelashes, and yes, it is hard to do. It fucking hurts sometimes. Just because I be shaky-handed. Because I've lost so much just within the 6 months of this year, it's made me sit back and realize ain't nobody have time to be playing around. And like, as much as I like to entertain the thought of like fucking around for a while, it just doesn't ever sit right with me, because there's so many people who not only A, want me to like do better, but B, I want to show them a better life. Like, I may not be the greatest role model, but I'm for damn sure touch a couple people's lives in the process. So, like, a lot of things that I felt like I worried about just because I had the luxury not to be worried about other things, which I definitely should have been worried about other things, but like, perspective, you know, like, at the time my perspective was A, B, and C were the most important things to me at the time. But then, like, almost instantaneously with going through so much loss, like one after the other, it was like, that shit don't matter. That shit can wait. That shit can be put on the back burner. Fuck all that other shit, because your priorities immediately start to change about stop putting off things for yourself, because life ain't waiting for you. Life gonna keep continuing whether you're alive or not. Give people something to remember you for. When I think of memorials and stuff like that, and I think of people coming together, especially people who are only connected to one specific person, it's like when they sit around and they talk about you, what stories do they bring up? How many people can look back in their memories and remember you? Like, my favorite thing is with, like, being a teacher, it's like how many students will look back on their lives and remember me as a positive piece of that life. And another thing of change that I needed to definitely work on was, if people don't want that, leave it. If they're not receptive to your positiveness, then just leave them where they're at. Where it's like you don't want anybody to feel left out. And it's like, but motherfucker, it don't work if you talking to a wall. If they don't want the help, then don't waste the resources in this area. I don't know. I am a very minimalistic, like, person when it comes to makeup. But to the girlies who can do tenfold, know how to use any of that shit, if I'm being completely honest. But change is so inevitable. And there's a lot of things in my life that I was just like, weren't necessarily bad for me, but wasn't doing anything for me. And, like, spiritually, it was like, at the time, it's like holding on to the past. At the time, it was super important. And it was probably one of the biggest things for me. But, like, as time goes on, it's not impacting me negatively, but it's not doing anything for me. And it's like, when people used to talk about outgrowing things, because I don't feel like I've fully outgrown it. There is a really special spot in my life that needs these types of memories, because it inevitably brought me to where I am currently. Clearly, I had to live through those problems to get here. But again, with dealing with loss, there's just a lot of, like, unnecessary baggage that you just drag around all the fucking time. And it's like, bro, just leave that shit at the house. Like, nigga, you don't have to take a backpack with you every single time that you leave the house. Take a purse, take a wallet, like, take something else a little lighter, damn. Just trying to drop off a little bit of workload that I more than likely did not even have to pick up in the first place. Again, people pleasing tendencies. But it's also important to know that, like, wanting to wish people well shouldn't be, like, seen as weakness, in my opinion. And I feel like people do, where they're just like, oh, you're so kind to everybody. Like, no, I'm treating that person with, like, respect. I don't have to know you to respect you. I do have to know you to trust you, but I can respect you just because you're a human being living life just like I am. If I know life is fucked up on this side, why would I not assume that you are also dealing with your own battles? I can respect you just for being alive and the person that you are. You can lose respect, absolutely, but trust is what is earned. Y'all motherfuckers always got that shit backwards. And that's why it's hard to keep significant relationships around, because everything is always like give and take. It's never just like, well, a lot of things are just give and take. It's never just wishing people well.
Being kind to one another.
Like, wanting a positive outcome for them. Because you're so, like, thinking about that person in your lens that it's like you can't even fathom another person being their own being outside of your worldview. I feel like this season of change is rewarding for going through and making the necessary changes to prepare for a new life. Manifestation, I wholeheartedly believe in, because if I believe it'll happen, my brain will automatically start to do things that will make these things happen. So like if I tell my brain, oh, I hate my life, everything sucks, my brain is immediately going to start looking for things that suck in my life. But if I'm just like, life is going well for me, I'm working towards getting this, that, or the other, my brain is like, okay, let me look around at the things that I'm doing in life. Is that working towards these things? Your brain needs to make it make sense. And you should be making it make sense for yourself. Yeah, y'all thought it was gonna be story times and messy shit? No, girl. We finna get real wookie in this bitch. One thing I always have to keep in mind is that things change at a different pace. For not only myself and for the things that I'm working towards, but like for other people as well. Their change happens at a different pace than mine does. All of that. And all I can do is hope that their change brings them some type of peace, no matter what said change is. If it's helping you, then I love it for you. Like, what else am I supposed to do for you? It's up to me to continue to move on mine, bitch. Like, don't be wasting your time for too long. These are like things that I have been having to tell myself, bro. I have the potential to do so much. And like, I hold myself back worrying about, I can make sure that I can take the positive things in my life with me into this new chapter into my life. And sometimes it don't work like that. Just because it was positive does not mean that it's supposed to go with you. Change is inevitable. When you ask for something, you can't be mad when you get it and it doesn't show up the way that you thought you wanted it. Oh, I want a new opportunity. I want more responsibility. I would like to have, a more like active role in my purpose. Okay, well, when I uproot you from everything that you've made comfortable, don't be mad about that. Like, I'm sorry, you gotta make room. I'm trying to let go of ties that I've created to certain things so that way I can make room for new experiences and may possibly even make a better space for that in the long run. I feel like I'm going in circles, but I feel like y'all get the point, right? I am welcoming all of the change. Space Heidi's finna hit 1,000. I think I checked earlier today, which is the 28th of June, and it was at 909 streams. So we almost at 1,000, bitch. So y'all will probably get one more episode of it just being me, which will be the explanation on Space Heidi. And then hopefully we'll have a guest, bro. Maybe one of the homies just want to sit here and yap. My friends are so goddamn funny. It's not even a question on if y'all would enjoy that or not. It's more as if if I can make time to be yapping that long, bro, because it's gonna be a thick ass episode. But with that, I hope y'all have a good rest of your night. I'm finna do my hair and get into all these fucking videos, y'all. Hope that y'all like, comment, subscribe, stick around, and see me again. Bye.
Take me where the